About a year and a half ago, I think it was, Ian gave a couple of sermons talking about joyfulness. And he made the comment in a couple of them, something like, just choose to be joyful. Just be joyful. And I was a little offended by that, actually. As a person who struggled with depression and stuff like that, I was a little offended by someone saying, well, just choose to be joyful. But as I was feeling offended, I remembered those words about the offense, offense and being offended. And I thought, oh, well, maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe this is an offense that I'm supposed to take notice of, and maybe not be offended and look at this a little bit more closely. So I thought, well, what's the opposite of taking offense to this? And for me, the opposite of taking offense to something is to write a song affirming it. So I just started, I thought of sort of the most difficult sort of passage about joy and feeling good or whatever that I could think of, and that was James. I think it's James 1, where it's basically consider these trials, consider this strife pure joy, and that's where the first lines came from. And the Lord works all things for good from Romans 8. I was big into Romans 8 at that time. I really like the words consider at the beginning, and then they come back at the end. Consider the tune, consider his doom, consider. I like that word consider, especially at the beginning, because it seems like sort of this, like inviting people into the topic of the song. Like, let's discuss this. Let's think about this topic for a minute. When it's not really what it means in James. The consider there is consider this pure joy. But I've always liked that word at the beginning of the song, because it just sounds like, okay, we're going to talk about this topic. Here we're going to address it and look at it from different angles here, the idea of joy. So I've always liked that word, and then of course the put our boot to his neck, to the neck of the enemy. I've always liked that one. And I just like, I try to write songs that are concrete, and it's probably the most concrete song I've ever written. I mean, it's all about this stone is gonna roll. It's just got that very concrete image to it, and I think there's a lot of different images in the song that are like that. The boot to the neck and stuff. I just like those really easy to visualize, metaphors that have skin and earth around them. So that's another thing I like about the lyrics of the song. The process of writing the song was pretty quick. Actually, the words came pretty fast once I started with the, that initial passage from James, consider these trials, consider this strife. It took on, the song took on a pretty basic, simple structure pretty fast. And, I think it's one of those songs that you could just write more verses to. You could add 7, 8, 9, probably, more verses to it. It was really very simple structure, simple pattern. And when the lyrics came first, and I didn't know for sure about how the music would go, how it would sound, what kind of progression and everything. And actually, when I started putting the music to it, I thought this sounds too much like a Bob Dylan song, is what I thought. Too much from his Christian phase, like Shout of Love or Saved or one of those albums, Slow Train Coming. But the more I sang it, the more I liked it. And it's a fun song to play with the band, and any song that gets people line dancing in church is a fun song to play. So, yeah. Consider these trials, consider this strife, consider these storms, consider this life, pure joy, pure joy, pure joy. For we know that the Lord works all things for good, all those that love Him, all that knew that He would. Pure joy, pure joy, pure joy. what the enemy meant for ruin and wreck, taken from him, put a boot to his neck. Pure joy, pure joy, pure joy. Yeah, he's making us stronger, preparing his way, keeping his promise in mysterious ways. Pure joy, pure joy, pure joy. Cause the stone gonna roll, keep your eyes on the prize. This stone gonna pass, our load gonna rise if we keep pressing on. Set on the goal, we know, we know, we know. The stone's gonna roll. Yeah, we can feel it is moving well. We know how this ends. Something big is coming up around the bend. Pure joy, pure joy, pure joy. So consider the cross, consider the tomb, consider the stone, consider his doom. Pure joy, pure joy, pure joy. Yeah, the stone gonna roll, keep your eyes on the prize. This stone gonna pass, our load gonna rise if we keep pressing on. Sit on the goal, we know, we know, we know. Well, the stone gonna roll, keep your eyes on the prize. This stone gonna pass, our load gonna rise. We keep pressing on. Sit on the goal, we know, we know, we know. The stone's gonna roll.